Hello, this is Jen with Macintosh and Associates. Today I wanted to share with you how to apply for a prescription drug plan. The easiest way to do it is by going to Medicare.gov. So what I'm going to do today is walk you through. Now this would be when maybe you've met with us, we've already chosen a plan for you, or you have a med sup, you don't want to make a change and you just want to update your prescription for the upcoming year. So I'm going to walk you through how to do it right on Medicare.gov. If you have questions, you always are welcome to reach out to us, but we'll start nice and easy. So as we go in and we're on the page, if you scroll on down, you're going to see the 4 green bars. We're going to hit Find Plans Now. Now, when we get here, we're going to enter our zip code, and I'm going to act like we're here at the office for a second because I want to show you something. When it comes to prescription drug plans, not every plan is offered in every county. So it's important that you enter your zip code, but some zip codes are tied to multiple counties. Like here in Freeland, we can be Saginaw Bay or Midland. So when you type that in, that will pop up. And then as you select it, it will ensure that you get plans that are actually tied to your county. So make sure that if you have that option, you do make a selection so that you are not signing up for a plan that is unavailable to you. All right, so once we get our zip code in, it's going to ask you what kind of plan you're looking for. Today, we are looking for Medicare Part D or a prescription drug plan. And it's going to ask you a series of questions. These are important. So if you're getting any kind of help, Medicaid, Medicare Savings Program, extra help such as low-income subsidy, this here will actually help adjust your cost as you're looking into what it will be when you go to the pharmacy to pick it up. So if you get any extra help, this is where you select it. Today, we're not going to choose that. Next help. And now if we've given you a plan, so we've already said, hey, we'd like you to enroll in the WellCare PDP, you can hit no and just continue on to the enrollment. But we're going to act like, hey, maybe I want to check my prescriptions or there's something new. So we're going to hit yes. It's very simple. So it will come up right in the search bar. And now this is important. When you are going to add your prescriptions, I would recommend getting your prescription bottles or maybe your pharmacy receipt so that you can see exactly what the drug name is, if it's a generic, the dosage amount, and how often you're picking it up. So if you're picking it up every 90 days or every 30 days, some prescriptions you can only pick up on a monthly basis. A lot of them you can get at 90 days. And then you'll just type it in right off the bottle. So like we'll start with atorvastatin. So that's the generic of Lipitor. So if we have our bottle in front of us, we can see how it's spelled and we can see what dosage we have. So let's say we're doing the 10 milligram tablet and we're picking it up every 90 days. We take it once a day. So we'll want to make sure the quantity is how much is in the bottle. Again, match it up to your prescription, and the frequency, how often you're picking it up. And then as simple as that, add to my list. And then if you have more, you go in, you add another prescription. So let's just say lisinopril. This is another generic, and we pick it up, add a 90-day supply. Now, if you have something that's a little more expensive, like an Eliquis, you select that. And we'll leave this here at every month. And then when we get to the next section, you'll be able to see which pharmacy works best for you so you can make that comparison. So once you've entered everything in, you hit the done adding prescriptions. It's automatically going to pull up pharmacies near you based on the zip code you entered in. If you have a specific pharmacy, you can type it in. But let's just say here, we prefer Walgreens. Maybe you like the mail order. And maybe sometimes you shop at Kroger. So you want to see across the board which ones will cover you the best. So this next part here is going to pull up all of the prescription drug plans available. As you see, there are 12. When we are sorting this out to find the best plan for you, we want to actually sort it out here with the lowest drug plus premium cost. So this is not only going to look at what you're paying at the pharmacy, it's actually going to look at what you're paying monthly. So as we see here, the Humana Value RX plan is popping up. It's a $0 plan. And it's giving us the mail order pharmacy because we typed that in. It's giving us the retail pharmacy and the drug deductible. And we can even go and look and compare. And here's WellCare, who's another $0 plan. And this is where it becomes important when you're looking, because here's, look, WellCare PDP, also $0 plan. What's the difference between these two? So you can choose up to 3 to compare. And if you pull them up side by side, it's going to give you the star rating. It's going to give you your monthly premium, which are all monthly premium, this drug deductible. And then if you look here, how are the prescriptions covered? So we've got Walgreens is preferred, Kroger is preferred, so you can see if it's going to save you any money. So here, Walgreens and Kroger, same price. Mail order, a little bit more. Over here, mail order makes a bigger difference. So you can compare not only at which plan, but which pharmacy is the best for you. Once you've decided on the plan, or you've chosen the plan that we've given you, you'll hit enroll. It's going to pop it up, value script PDP, join plan. And then it's going to ask you if you have a special election period. So if you're new to Medicare, you just select new to Medicare and continue. You will only choose one of these options. Sometimes we have what's called a special election period. So maybe we've ended employer coverage, group coverage has ended, or you've moved. That's where you'll select it. Again, it's important that you only choose one. You don't have to choose more than one, even if more than one applies to you. And then we just make sure that we enter in any applicable dates at this time. And then you will scroll on down to the bottom and continue. So then, in order to enroll, you're going to need your Medicare number and then just your basic information, your address, your phone number, your email address, all that. So once you have it in front of you, simple as it is, type it in and it will verify as we go. It will ask if you've read and understand the privacy statement, so you know that you are enrolling in a prescription drug plan. And like I said, information you already have on hand, nice and simple. And because you've already typed in your zip code, it will have it there. If you have a separate mailing address, so say you use a P.O. box, or maybe you spend 6 months in a different state and 6 months in Michigan and you want to change mailing, this is where you'd enter it in. In this case, we're going to leave the mailing address the same as our home address. And then it's going to ask you some general information on the prescription drug plan. So this is where you'll verify you are joining the WellCare Value Script PDP. It's going to ask you if you have any other drug coverage in addition to the plan. This could be VA coverage. It could be work coverage. In this case, no, we don't have any other coverage. These questions are optional. Do you work? Does your spouse work? Answer them, don't answer them. That's up to you. Now, if you would like to get your materials via email, you would hit yes here. If you hit no, you're going to get them in the mail. And then here you have the option of requesting it in other languages. We want it in English. And we want standard print. But if you needed Braille, large print, if you needed audio because it was difficult to read, you would select that here and then next. Now this happens to be a $0 plan. So it doesn't cost you anything, but there are different ways to pay your premium. So on the prescription drug plan, you can have it come directly out of Social Security or Railroad Retirement each month, or you can have them send you a bill. If you did have a premium here that wasn't $0, there would also be the option to add a bank account or a credit or debit card. We're just going to say bill me each month, and we're going to go next. then it's going to give you the plan agreement. It's just letting you know, yes, you are signing up for a prescription drug plan. They want you to know that it is only a prescription drug plan. And then feel free to read through everything. Yes, you agree. And then it's going to ask you who is completing this plan. So if it's you here, if you are a POA for somebody, you would hit here and then you would enter your information. So you would put, and I am power of attorney. And then I would put my address here, right at the office or wherever I'm at. I'm actually not a power of attorney. We're not filling it out that way. But if you were, that's where you would enter that information. So you just set that you are the person joining the plan, and it's going to give you a summary. So this is where you can double check your work. Did I enter in my Medicare number correctly? Do I have my name spelled correctly? So definitely a good option to review. Is my date of birth correct? Scroll on down. If everything looks good, you can even review your general questions. Like, oh, I forgot I did have VA coverage. I want to add that in. Or no, I do want my information via email. You just enter your information in. And this is important. You have to select that you understand that you are submitting this application to join the plan. Once everything looks good and you do hit submit, this is what you're going to get. Because we did not enter in an email address, you are not going to get any kind of knowledge that you have entered into this plan other than this page right here. So if you look at what to expect, it's going to tell you that it takes the 10 days. They're going to notify you if you're approved. You want to print this page, because if you don't print it, and you will not have any kind of record. So make sure that you print it. Or in this case, I'm going to save it. So and then there you go. And you can literally go right on back to Medicare.gov. You are done and you have enrolled in a prescription drug plan. If you're having any issues, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us, 989-692-2200. We're going to help you make Medicare easy. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day.